Have you ever wondered about the truth behind Julius Caesar's death and the prophetic dream that foretold it? Julius Caesar, the renowned Roman general, politician, and author, was a figure of great significance in history, whose life and death have been subjects of intense scrutiny and speculation. Today, we're going to delve into the enigma that is Julius Caesar, with a special emphasis on his untimely demise and the prophetic dream that seemed to predict it. His wife, Calpurnia, had a dream so vivid and terrifying that it shook her to her core. She dreamed that Caesar's statue spouted blood from many places, and many Roman people came and washed their hands in it. This dream was so disturbing that she pleaded with Caesar not to leave the house that fateful day. So was Calpurnia's dream a mere coincidence, or a glimpse into the tragic future of Caesar? Let's delve into the life of Julius Caesar to find the answers. Born into the prestigious Julian family, Caesar's life was anything but ordinary. Julius Caesar was born in Rome in the year 100 BCE to a family of noble heritage. His was a life marked by ambition, drive, and a thirst for power that would shape the course of history. As a young man, Caesar quickly climbed the ranks of Roman society. His charisma, leadership skills, and strategic brilliance were evident early on, and he used these traits to win the favor of the Roman people. He served in several key roles, including Quaestor, Aedile, and Pontifex Maximus, before eventually becoming consul in the year 59 BCE. But Caesar's ambition didn't stop at the consulship. After forming the first triumvirate, an alliance with Pompey the Great and Marcus Licinius Crassus, he set his sights on further glory. Caesar embarked on a series of military campaigns in Gaul, which not only expanded Rome's territory, but also enhanced his own reputation as a military genius. Under Caesar's command, the Roman army conquered all of Gaul, present-day France, and even ventured into Britain. His victories were not just military, but also diplomatic. He won over the Gallic tribes through a combination of force and persuasion, turning former enemies into allies. But Caesar's power and popularity were not universally admired. His victories in Gaul, his increasing influence in Rome, and his refusal to relinquish power created tension among the Roman elite. And yet, Caesar continued to push boundaries. In 49 BCE, he famously crossed the Rubicon River, an act of defiance that sparked a civil war and marked the point of no return for the Roman Republic. From his humble beginnings to becoming one of the most powerful men in Rome, Caesar's rise was meteoric. But it was his death that would seal his place in history. Caesar's story is one of ambition, power, and ultimately, tragedy. His life and accomplishments set the stage for the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire, forever changing the course of history. As Caesar's power grew, so did the tension in Rome, and it was in this uneasy atmosphere that Calpurnia, Caesar's wife, had a disturbing dream. This dream would prove to be more than just a fleeting nightmare, but a chilling prophecy that would haunt the annals of history. Calpurnia dreamt of a statue of Caesar, not standing tall and majestic as statues usually do, but spouting blood from 100 different places. A sight so horrific yet strangely captivating, as Romans from all walks of life came and washed their hands in the blood that flowed from the statue. This was no ordinary dream. It was a nightmare steeped in symbolism and dread. This macabre spectacle was not lost on Calpurnia. She understood it as a bad omen, a foreboding sign that something terrible was going to happen to her husband. The Romans washing their hands in Caesar's blood, she feared, symbolized his own people turning against him, partaking in his downfall. With this terrifying vision fresh in her mind, she woke up in a cold sweat, her heart pounding with fear. She knew she had to warn Caesar about her prophetic dream. She rushed to him, begging him not to leave the house on the Ides of March, the day that would later be known as one of the most infamous in Roman history. Calpurnia was not just a wife to Caesar, she was also his confidant, his advisor. She pleaded with him, tried to reason with him, tried to make him understand the gravity of her premonition. But Caesar, a man who was no stranger to danger, was not easily swayed. He was a man who had faced countless battles, who had stared death in the face and emerged victorious. Despite Calpurnia's pleas, Caesar, a man who had always defied the odds, decided to go out, oblivious to the fact that it would be his last day. Little did he know that his wife's dream would come to pass, marking a dark day in the history of Rome and forever changing the course of human civilization. On the Ides of March, in 44 BC, Caesar's life was brutally cut short. The day started as any other, but unbeknownst to Julius Caesar, it was to be his last. The Senate House was aflutter with whispers and clandestine meetings. A conspiracy was brewing, the seeds of treason sown by 60 conspirators led by the stoic Brutus, Caesar's friend turned betrayer. The plan was simple yet chilling. Lure Caesar to the Senate House under the pretense of a routine meeting, and then, in a swift and brutal onslaught, end the life of the man who was once hailed as the father of Rome. The conspirators, masked under the guise of senators, were armed with daggers, their hearts heavy with the weight of the impending act. As Caesar entered the Senate House, he was surrounded by his supposed allies. However, beneath their welcoming smiles hid treacherous intentions. The attack was swift and merciless. Caesar was stabbed 23 times, each blow a betrayal. He fought, he struggled, but the onslaught was relentless. His eyes searched the crowd and they found Brutus. "And you, Brutus?" Caesar's voice echoed in the silent Senate House, a question, a plea, an accusation. The infamous line, "Et tu, Brute?" resonated through the ages, a testament to the ultimate betrayal. Brutus, his friend, his ally, stood amongst the murderers, his hands stained with Caesar's blood. As life ebbed out of Caesar, he fell at the foot of Pompey's statue, a poignant end to a life filled with power, ambition, and tragedy. His death marked the end of the Roman Republic and the dawn of the Roman Empire. In a twist of fate, Calpurnia's dream had come true. Caesar's blood was shed and Rome was never the same again. His assassination was not just a personal tragedy, but a pivotal event that would change the course of history. The man was gone, but his legend lived on, his name echoing through millennia, forever etched in the annals of time. Caesar's death marked the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of a new era. His assassination sparked a civil war, paving the way for the rise of the Roman Empire. It was a time of profound change, a transformation from a republic to an empire, a shift that would shape the course of history for centuries to come. Julius Caesar's legacy is not just confined to the annals of history, but echoes in our modern world. From our calendar system, the Julian calendar, to countless representations in literature and pop culture, his influence is pervasive and enduring. Caesar's life and dramatic death have been immortalized in works of art, literature, and theatre, most famously in Shakespeare's tragedy, Julius Caesar. His life, Calpurnia's prophetic dream, and his death continue to captivate us, serving as a potent reminder of the unpredictable nature of fate. Julius Caesar, a man of great power and ambition, left a lasting impact on the world. His life, his death, and Calpurnia's prophetic dream continue to fascinate us, reminding us of the unpredictable nature of fate. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again. Let us know in your comments if you enjoyed this video.